The first balancing technique that we're going to go over is the teardrop. Okay? And we will start in a diamond position, except minus the ground. We don't need that. And we're going to start over the crown chakra. Okay? And we're going to slowly just relax the fingers and let them lay natural. And slowly, without touching, about 1.5 inches away from the head, move down the sides of the neck and over, covering the front portion of the body, and then swipe out. We'll repeat this 3 to 5 times, unless we're treating a concussion, and that will be about 8 times, 5 to 8 times. So slowly bring it around the sides of the neck, balancing out the stomach meridian. Do not touch, and shake out. Now this is the half teardrop technique. The full teardrop technique goes down a little bit lower. As you see here, we cut off kind of at the throat chakra, conceptual vessel 22 area. All right, the full teardrop technique will come all the way down to the xiphoid process, where we'll touch with the pinky and ring finger on each side of the xiphoid process and hold for a second and then release. And I'll give you a side view of what the full technique looks like. But the basic gist is the same. You can stand in front of them or behind them doing this balancing technique, and good for headaches, nausea, any kind of head disorder, that dizziness, that kind of thing. The full teardrop method. Again, placing the hands over the crown chakra and going slowly down the sides all the way until you get to the xiphoid, and then we just lightly touch on each side of the xiphoid, hold for a few seconds, and release. Repeat this motion the same number of times. Treats the same kinds of things. It's just a little bit more intense. So we developed the half method to treat most everything as a general balancer. But that's what this is a general upper heater balancer, and just a general balancer of anything from the chest area upward. The next balancing method is the crown. Build a fireball, okay, half lotus, okay, and we're going to start under the jaw, okay, palms under the jaw. Slowly move from the front area all the way to the back. This is good for one-sided headaches, migraines, pretty much everything that the teardrop is good for. But if you find the teardrop doesn't work, then this is a good technique to use. We're going to treat governing vessel 26. Okay, I'm going to show you how to activate points properly without utilizing pressure. So this is not a shiatsu technique, okay, or jinshindo or anything like that. This is an energy technique. Okay, this is a dim-mak technique. Okay, I'm going to take either my index or middle finger, or sometimes you can use both. Doesn't really matter. And I'm going to touch governing vessel 26, which is right here underneath the nose. Okay? And I'm going to hold, touching with my grounding hand. I'm just going to just touch is all I'm going to do. Just touch and relax. I am not applying any pressure here at all, just enough to touch. And I'm just going to relax and breathe, and you'll be able to feel the blockages in the point removed. Now, what points do what? You'll have to look in your books or take the class to learn what points to activate for what. We're not going to go over that in the videos. But this is the activation technique. Just relax and hold. Do this for about 30 seconds to a minute to make sure that the blockage or obstruction is removed. Okay, pull away. Shake your hand out, pull away, shake your other hand out. Okay. I'll do one more balancing technique just to show you how to help clean out banding between points. And so we'll use both middle fingers, and we'll touch the crown, and we will touch conceptual vessel 17. Clear our mind. This is going to clear everything from my left hand all the way to my right hand. This will help balance out the mind, heart, a bunch of things. So here's one actual technique that you can use. And we just want to relax, and you'll be able to feel the energy flow increasing underneath your fingers. Your sensitivity will be built up through practice. No big deal. If you can't feel it, don't distress. Don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. Just hold for 30 seconds to a minute, and you'll get your desired effect. And then the more you do it, the more you'll be able to feel what's going on. A lot of people ask me, how do you see the things that you do, and how do you feel the things that you feel? And it's just amazing that you can see and feel these things. Well, there's an old saying that goes something like this: in the land of the blind, the man with one eye is king. And that's about the extent of it. It's simply because you haven't been trained to see these things or feel these things. As soon as we go over it, you're going to go, huh, how did I miss that? It's like there was a scene from Kung Fu, the original production, where the monk was talking to David Carradine when he was a child. And this is how he got his name, Grasshopper. He was talking to the old blind man, and he said, the blind man said, can you hear this, and can you hear that, and do you hear the grasshopper at your feet? And the little boy says, old man, how do you hear these things? How can you hear such things? And he said, young man, how is it that you do not? And so that's the basic gist of it. Anybody can do these techniques. Doesn't matter. If you got 2 arms and 2 legs, and half a brain, you can do these techniques. It's all simple. That's why it's Shun Tao. Shun Tao is a very powerful style, and as demonstrated here in the healing aspects of it. Another way of stimulating points to get an immediate effect is swiping or draining and boosting. Okay? Draining, we're going to be lightly touching and moving very quickly, raking downward, not painfully, not with our fingernails, but just by fingertip press and swiping down the body. This removes energy from the body. Okay? Likewise, when we move energy upward or rake upwards, this will bring energy to the body. Okay? For example, if Dan turns sideways here, I'll chop a point lightly called gallbladder 21. I'll just give him a little bump, swipe him all the way down, and Dan will feel very relaxed and almost to the point that he wants to either wobble or fall over. The harder you chop, the harder you swipe, the more energy you will take. Okay, so we want to put that energy back. So we'll hit gallbladder 30 on both sides and swipe up the body. This will restore all Dan's energy back and make him feel a little bit kind of excited. Okay.